Twitter is moving fast toward launching Twitter Blue. The big update? Users will be able to buy the blue checkmark to signal that users' identity is verified by Twitter.
I have definitely realized that I should not believe all the stuff on Twitter.
Do you trust what you read on Twitter?
Depends on the source, but if it's a legit source, for sure, yes.
Big change coming to Instagram and Facebook, their parent company Meta. They've now announced that people will have to pay to become verified, following in Twitter's footsteps.
Hey there, I'm Kieran Outshorn for About That. Today we're tackling this. The infamous blue checkmark that keeps making waves on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, which in 24 hours is going through a pretty big shift. Elon Musk has tweeted that tomorrow, April 20th, or 420, those magical blue checkmarks are finally going to be on their way out. Now, Musk has announced this change back in the fall, saying, quote, "In a few months, we will remove all legacy blue checkmarks. The way in which they were given out was corrupt and nonsensical." So for a bit of context, these blue check marks, they have been put in place to help followers know if it's actually you who's posting. So, you don't get any scams, no impersonations, nothing of that sort. Now, verification came from your employer sometimes, or from a government authority, or simply and often most likely from the social media platform itself. And it became something that people aspired to, and that governments, journalists, influencers, and celebrities all counted on. Last year, of course, Twitter started selling blue check marks for $8 a month, essentially asking users to pay to guarantee their identities. The reasoning was to try to make money on Twitter in ways that weren't just advertising, because advertising accounts for about 90% of Twitter's revenue. And since Musk took the reins of the company, major advertisers have been fleeing in droves.
Twitter is seeing an exodus of advertisers under Elon Musk.
Already a top advertising firm is pausing all of its ads on Twitter, all of them.
But the move also ushered in a wave of bizarre and potentially harmful consequences.
Yeah, not long after CEO Elon Musk rolled out a new paid subscription that allows users to buy a blue check, some users began to abuse the service and impersonate athletes, brands, celebrities, even Musk.
All of a sudden, scrollers saw LeBron James asking for a trade, oil company British Petroleum admitting it killed the planet, and drug manufacturer Eli Lilly offering insulin for free. All fake.
And now, Meta, the parent company for Facebook and Instagram, is following Twitter's lead. They've announced that they're going to be rolling out a new subscription service that will force users to pay if they want to be verified. The service is called Meta Verified, and it was tested in Australia and New Zealand and has now arrived in the United States. Chances are Canada is next. So, this growing reality of social media companies requiring users to pay for fraud protection has some real consequences, especially since, according to a survey from Deloitte, 1 in 5 social media users reported being hacked. That's no small number. And that's where we bring in CBC News senior business reporter and my friend, Anis Sadari in Calgary. Okay, so Anis, do we have a sense of why these social media companies are moving towards this pay-to-play model?
Yeah, it's about money. Revenue's been dropping at the companies. Paid verification, it gives them another more predictable stream of cash. They know how many people are going to pay them every month, and that is, of course, assuming that people want to pay for it. That's the big question, though. What are social media companies actually trying to sell you with this?
I think it really symbolizes the Elon Musk approach to what's happening on social media, where he bought his way into the social media world. And now he's thinking, well, other people should be able to buy their way into coolness and verification in the same way he could buy his way into coolness and verification.
It's not just about buying coolness, so to speak. It's about buying trust as well. Even if you don't like or agree or believe with what a verified account says, you are supposed to trust that whoever posted it is who they say they are, Kieran.
Okay, so I think that's interesting. Thinking about the users here, are there a group of people that we think that would actually benefit from having these sort of paid verification services?
think about businesses or people who do business using these platforms. You want to make sure your clients or your potential clients, maybe the ones you don't have yet, they need to trust you, because otherwise they won't give you money. Even if you aren't selling a product, maybe you're an influencer or a marketer, your identity, yourself, your vibe is the product that's for sale there. And you need to make sure that people are coming to the real account and not to the fraudulent account.
My name is Blake Spence, and I run Detour YYC, which is a local LGBTQ listing guide.
I spoke with Blake Spence in Calgary. He ran a contest on his Instagram account that he uses to promote LGBTQ plus events at businesses and, even just people's homes across Calgary. Now, Blake Spence noticed other accounts popping up and trying to impersonate him in messages to other Instagram users.
A lot of followers thought they won the contest, and they were asked to fill out a form which included their name, their address, personal information, including their credit card numbers. And some people did give up that information, which is unfortunate. I, of course, reported this, but because it was my personal account, Instagram, I don't know, they didn't do anything about it. It was reported numerous times and no action was taken.
So Blake Spence never did get the fake account taken care of. There are still versions of it floating around last time I checked, but Instagram never responded to him. Now, I didn't get a chance to ask the company about this specific account because they turned down my request for an interview, but Meta, which is Instagram's parent company, said that even unpaid customers who are impersonated or the victims of fraud will get support. The company says that when paid verification rolls out in Canada, it will include proactive protection against this stuff, but it's not here yet, at least. For his part, Blake Spence says he would begrudgingly pay because he feels like he has to, not just to protect his reputation, but the people who are interacting with him.
Both models, I think, aren't perfect. But the pay-to-play model, again, I think it takes away from this whole idea that the internet is for all. Social media is for all, and we're all on an equal level playing field, because all of a sudden now there's another level. There's the pay-to-play model.
Okay, so Twitter led the way. We see Facebook, Instagram following up here. Is this what we imagine the future is going to be? Is this going to be a permanent change, this pay to get verification?
It sure seems like the big guys want that to be the case, right? They want that revenue. As for Facebook and Instagram, they're only offering it in the US, Australia, and New Zealand. They haven't said how much money they're making from it yet either. All in all, this is probably not going to go away, but it may not get a lot of pickup from the masses of regular people unless there's a little more to it than just feeling like you paid $5 for being cool, for getting that blue check mark, But what this will change for everyone really is, can you trust if a company or person is real on social media, or did they just pay $5 to look real?
All right, Anis, I really appreciate you giving us the insight and sharing your reporting here. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.